My name is Steve Smith. This is TQA Weekly. If ever you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com. Go to tqaweekly.com where you can interact with me and others on past episodes and use the contact form to email me directly. And of course, if you're already on YouTube, you can drop it down below. And of course, if you want to help me make this show better and also benefit from other PHP codes that I can put out, especially ones that deal with spam bots, go to patreon.com/TQA Weekly and chip in $1 or more to help me out with this show. And for those that chip in $25 or more and want code to help them out with spam bots and email servers, just check that off and help me out with, and I'll actually make it easier for you to deal with that kind of stuff. And this week's episode is all about being doxxed. Common sense doxing avoidance tactics. By the way, this is going to be an episode that might piss you off, that will be a rude awakening for others, and might actually teach you a little bit more about how you lack privacy altogether on the internet. So first of all, to dox a person is basically to search for private information to be published publicly. This can be achieved through many different means, and traditionally this is left to private investigators and journalists. Whether or not that's ethical or moral is not for me to talk about. You can start to flame more downstairs in the comments box of YouTube. But besides that, it can be achieved through a lot of different things, and one of the most common means of being doxed is through attempts at proving that website data retention security practices are flawed. So by exploiting bugs or supposed bugs, because I can talk about how features exist all day long, but at the end of the day, hackers will go and get information and to humiliate a company, end up humiliating every single person in their user base at the same time. That is unethical doxing of people by providing private information to a public audience, and it has a whole lot of different issues with this, and it does lead to a lot of things such as identity theft, swatting, which, by the way, for those that have swatted in the past of their users, you suck at gaming. So swatting is usually something done by inferior noobs on consoles or on PC games like CSGO, where they actually call the SWAT team to go and get another gamer in the middle of the game to win the game because they suck. And it's just a game at the end of the day, folks. And other people can actually register your websites you've never joined before, call fake orders, or even use the internet website to actually push orders for pizza to go to your house that you never ordered in the first place. Poor delivery person. And a lot of other different types of stuff. So is it possible to protect yourself? Yes, it is very easy to actually protect yourself on the internet from being doxxed. No, you can't actually be prevented. So this is a two-tiered problem. So first of all, in order to minimize the amount of damage you would get from being doxxed, or even prevent being doxxed altogether, would imply that you never registered to a single website or service on the internet, or something that connects to the internet or stores the information on the internet, or anybody else actually posting information about you onto a service that either connects to the internet or directly on the internet. Basically, you can only minimize the amount of damage that can actually occur. And you can also basically tell everybody that if they post anything about you, you're going to break both their knees. That's actually probably the most likely scenario that you're going to have to actually use to prevent this from ever happening. And you'll actually have to make an example out of somebody for them to actually believe you that's actually going to happen. So what are the ways of minimizing the damage after you have been doxxed? Which, by the way, you probably were. I would say don't post any personal information on the internet, and tell the people to respect the fact that you have a private life and not post personal information. Avoid posting pictures on the internet, especially pictures that have metadata that include GPS coordinates, times, and dates. If somebody has the time and date of a picture and you're outside, you can use math to figure out where the person is on the planet. And if there's enough pictures from that same time frame, we can actually compare them to, how do we say, be sure. So the more pictures from the same time frame, the more accurate we can be, because we can actually bring it down to a very specific part of the planet. And of course, don't post information such as your address, birthday, mother's maiden name, credit card information, or anything else on the internet. And to be a step closer to secure, use PayPal whenever you can use PayPal as a service to manage all of your cash. Because especially in things like the Steam failure, where a lot of users on Reddit, for some reason, that have Steam accounts actually doxed people, by the way, unethical, immoral, and moronic. If you had a Steam account, your 4 last digits of credit card would not appear on the internet. Make sure you use 2-step authentication, obviously. And because doxing is a thing, don't use the same password everywhere, because you can never be sure of places that do not encrypt or hash passwords. Metacafe. Yeah, that's one of them. So, it is important to make sure that you're not doxxed. You probably are doxxed. Make sure you check your credit history annually, and just be careful on the internet. And, of course, if you're a gamer, don't swap people. Come on, just practice. Don't forget to subscribe to this show. If you haven't, like or dislike, give your comments, questions, suggestions for topics down below. And of course, you can go over to patreon.com/TQA Weekly to help me out with this show. Have a great day, and goodbye.